What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope everyone is doing well, child. I've been baking, I've been selling houses, I've been doing art gallery event bookings. I've just been everywhere. So be sure that you head over to the Esteemed Queen Mentality website so that way you get to know all of my tour dates and what I got going on. Outside of that, I hope everyone is having a good week. Y'all may be shocked to see me on a Monday, but you know, the Lord has a way of working things out and things working on his time. Amen. Amen. So get your water, get your wine, whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. Now, I'm in North Carolina, right? So just a little fun chat here. Down here in North Carolina, why is my lights are just, child, I have lights and like I don't like this light. But anyway, we got a Mrs. Winters down here in North Carolina. And I'm trying to think back home, what would Mrs. Winters be equivalent or parallel to? And the closest thing I can say is, ooh, golden skillet. Let me know if y'all, any of y'all subscribers of my tea talkers, if any of y'all are back in the 757, let me know if the golden skillet is still open. There was one in Cavalier Manor I used to always go to. They had built the Tidewater Community College over there with a bunch of houses and stuff near downtown. Y'all let me know. But that would be the most equivalent. The second would be Royal Farms, which is kind of like convenience store, but on a scale of like Wawa or Pilot or Speedway or like the Super K or the Kangaroo, those type places, you know. Hell no, Mrs. One at 7-Eleven is not even equivalent, bitch. This is chicken and biscuits. Anyway, I hope y'all doing well. I was supposed to post a video on Saturday, but I decided to just kind of kick back with my pet child a little bit and, you know, get some of his affairs together, because even though he is a pet, my pet has a business, okay? So make sure you look down there and you'll see all the different little links and stuff where you can go and support him so he can continue to buy his own food. I started working when I was 15. You know, he'll be 2. What's that? 7 times 2, 14. So yeah, we right there. But anyhow, like I said, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. Okay, so I was going to do a video on leadership. If you haven't checked out my memoir, The Black Sheep Shadow, that is listed down below, I think, as well. If not, I will be sure to include it some way, somehow. But things kind of just told me to put this one out first before I put out my other videos for this week. And I like this tea talk topic because I think right now, I know in my state in North Carolina, there's been a lot of mandates placed on things that are affecting people's livelihood. Like today, the kids went back to school, and like literally, we all know that the kids are not really going to take it serious about the precautions. You know, they're kids, they're learning, so we have to expand their attention span at home, so then that way when they go out and they don't have our direct supervision and we put somebody else in place, not only does that person that's in place indirectly for you supposed to think about that child first, but that child's supposed to also make sure priority and primarily, regardless of who care they're in, they are to always directly be sure to protect themselves. You feel me? So you know, it's kind of though, it's one of them scary ass things out here right now where, you know, you got to be sure that you teach your child. And then once you teach your child, you trust your child, because that's going to kill a lot of the vibes of you feeling as if like, you know, the child won't be able to stand on your own. You know, granted, statistically speaking, scientifically speaking, our body is built for us to, you know, survive for 100 years, but you know, unfortunately we have times and tribulations that shorten that time. So just kind of take that into consideration with today's tea talk. But I also want to put this tea talk in perspective for the ones out there who are striving to, I hear, survive, but I also want to talk to the ones who are on the brink of giving up, but they know that if they give up, a man that don't work shall not what? Shall not eat. Amen? Right. So they literally have a hunger that's driving them to survive. Like, to survive is to eat, and to eat is to live. Like, right now, I just really feel that, like, that rush, that urge of, like, someone really put things into perspective, or someone really just go ahead and step up to that front line today, even though it's a Monday, and just kind of like give me something to be able to like light the way and lead the way. Because, like, you know, our governor in North Carolina, they are like cutting everything off regarding the pandemic come the top of September. Now, mind you, we don't know what's going to pop off if so happens everybody goes back into a regular population of activities where, you know, like kids, sometimes we don't practice what we preach, being, you know, that leadership. Don't do this, don't do that, have a cold word, etc., which I will do a video on, which was supposed to be this one. So anyhow, you know, we get to a point in a place where we feel as if like us discipline our child's gonna make them remember. No, not if the motherfucker run away. Like, we gotta think smarter. Okay, we gotta think smarter. And that even goes for the people out here. This light is bright. That's why I'm blinking 1,000 miles per fucking minute. Damn. Woo. Jeez, hold on. Cause this ain't working. Okay, that's way better. That's a little bit better for me. Y'all like my pictures? Make sure y'all go over to the link in down below so that way you get to shop my art gallery. Anyway, that part. So, you know, even if things are to close as far as like a door or a chapter, being that, you know, you're having to find stability to get back on your feet, or better yet, you're just trying to find some sanity in the midst of you gaining your stability, this is definitely a tea talk for you. Now, it's real simple. It's and I understand that, excuse me, that it's easier said than done. I get all of that, you know. I understand it. I've been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, got the wash rack, the dish rack, the towel, the sheets, the linens, the curtains, the chandeliers. I got the whole decorum of that. I understand that. One thing I definitely learned about trying to go from a queen to an empress is the fact of you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. Now, when I hear, you know, if I was to go back in time and hear someone tell me, girl, you got to keep pushing, I'm just like, bump you. If you ain't got a winning lottery ticket in your back pocket, and if you ain't got a full tank of gas and a clear bank account that can cash our mofo out and give me something so I can give you something, I don't want to hear it. You know, and when you get older and you hear people say, you know, just keep on pushing, it's like, yeah, I understand that. Being that I haven't been here before, my faith is stronger for me to understand that something's going on, for there to be some type of like blossom of something new. It's just difficult because though you understand that you've been here before, you know, we all aren't going to be the same age twice. So it's kind of just like, granted, what if you did graduate from learning from a past trial and tribulation, but yet you feel like you're experiencing it in another, you know, chapter of your life or season of your life? You scrape by, you know, C minuses and D's, they do help you pass. However, did you understand the material? This is when we come into this place where we ultimately understand that third course of the word push. It's not only a thing of you praying until something happens. Literally, that's the acronym. But we also have to define what it is we're praying until something happens. Like, what is that? So literally it came to me so fast and in a hurry. I fed my child, told him to leave me alone real quick, and I had to get this to y'all. Like, it came so fast I had to write it on the back of an ATM receipt of mine today. Like, are you serious? I literally had to do this, but I love it because this is what it is. This is what I do, and I love it. So even though you gotta pray until something happens, pray and plan. Pray and plan. Now look, you can have your own business. You can have your own business. Trust me when I tell you, I've had businesses of mine since I was a teenager, legally, literally. But I will also tell you this, like I said many times before in a lot of my videos, if not some, my dad grew up with the best of them in sports, in football, and basketball. Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, Marcus Vick. He grew up with the best of them. And so if we didn't go into the military and if we didn't do ball, it was the streets. And that was a hell to the no for my father, at least from my father's point of view. It was a no. But my dad taught me how to study, being the fact of, like, I deal with dyslexia. He helped me learn how to study. He helped me be able to, even though, you know, I have my own way of, like, learning vocabulary words and remembering what the meanings are until this day, to this day. It's more of a thing of when you have a plan, even though you praying yourself through it and you know you can come out on the other side, it's like as long as you have a plan, you understand the plan is your feet. And as long as you have a plan, you're going to what? You're going to land on your feet. Amen? Amen. So, you know, shout out to my daddy for that one. Make sure y'all put a high five in the comments for my dad, because my dad is a subscriber. My daddy is a subscriber, okay? So, yeah. You need to pray and you need to plan, because that's the only way you're going to feel like, even though you may be a little off on your landing, you still landed on your two ankles. You still landed on your feet. You still landed where you're able to get up and say, but did I die though? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you have to keep in mind when it comes to that P, that acronym, and push. Okay? Now, once you are praying and you're planning, let me tell you this. When they say pray until something happens, you need to also pray until and unify your S being something, okay? Being your purpose or your passion. Okay, it's one thing for you to pray, but what are you praying for that's going to, one, bring you closer to a guide that's going to point you in the right direction, and you actually understanding that even if something seems to be uncertain, you still have a overstanding and a foundation of you're still going to land on your feet. Like, there's always going to be a first floor, no matter how far you go up. You know what I'm saying? Even a flat, you're able to extend out and add on. So there's no such thing as you reaching a glass ceiling. You feel me? So you have to be sure that whatever it is that you're trying to connect to and you're trying to push until it happens, you need to make sure that is within your purpose, your mission, and it damn sure, let me add this one, it needs to make a statement, and it needs to be able to challenge change. There's no reason for you to put something out here where everyone's ass is wiggling, but yet there's no change. Ain't no change coming from her ass wiggling. I wouldn't want it. And at the end of the day, what change does that make? Are we trying to tell women or young women that when they grow up, this is what it is to get attention? Or we tell them that the strongest muscle that stays the youngest on us is our brain? Because you got to understand, I don't care what, when, where, how. I don't care if you out here looking like the best of the best down to looking like Frankenstein. You have to have some type of intellect to even catch a person who's blinded about what you can bring to the table. Come on now. Come on now. Now you have to understand that your purpose and a lot of your mission is going to have 100% to do with your statement, and your statement is your investment into your longevity, into whatever it is that you want to prosper past 60 days, 9 months, you name it. But it's on your tongue and it's on your mind to speak, and then it's on your actions to be sure that not only are you praying to make sure that it happens, but you're putting a plan into action, so that way guys and universe and gods know that you're serious. Because I don't take no one serious without a plan and a budget. I said before, I don't move. I will not move. I will not move. I'll be like this painting on the wall, child. Hasn't moved since I started this video, or damn near when I'm about to end it. Now, the H in the situation is, even though they say, push until something happens or pray till something happens, you need to understand that when you say happens, you mean you got to understand that you got to pray. You need to unify your purposes and your missions for it to come into existence. That's all part of the push. That's all part of you continuing to be perseverant and resilient. No matter what you think obstacles may come this week, trials and tribulations may come this week, people trying to hurt your feelings come this week. Come here. Is their name on your bills? No. Come here. Come here. Come here. Fuck them then. Because you're going to need all the energy you can muster up to push if it's time for you to become what you're supposed to be. So, y'all tell me down below. Don't forget to put them high fives down there in the bottom for my daddy. Be sure that y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.